have got the old chop saw out this week. We've been cutting cars up, we've been scrapping them. Enough is enough. The wife made a comment on this the other week saying that, why is that Rover not sold? You should never have bought it. These classic cars you're buying, you never sell, blah, blah, blah. What does she know? What does she know? I've sold the Rover 75. Did take a while though, in fairness to her. Right, before we start today's video, quick announcement: the latest Car UK raffle has begun, and we have a new car up for grabs, which is this stunning Abarth 595 TURISMO. Absolutely stunning, 2017, 60,000 mile example I picked up recently, and I've had it all minted up for you. All the bodywork been sorted out, all brand new powder coated wheels. It is in superb condition, a real high spec example, and it's fast. I mean, really fast. 165 brake horsepower model, this one, and 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It is an absolute pocket rocket, and it can be yours for just £1. So if you're after a hot hatch or a new toy, then get yourself in this draw. Now, there is a cash alternative available if you don't want the Abarth, which is £3,500. So look, you can choose the car or the cash. So the draw will take place for this one on Monday the 5th of January. But if you want to get hold of your tickets, get them now, because I have put the bundle offers live for you, giving you a chance to get additional free tickets. If you want to buy one ticket, it's £1. But if you want to buy £5 or £10, £15 or £20 worth, you'll get multiple free tickets, including buying £20 worth of tickets will get you an additional 100 free tickets. And the more tickets you have, the more chance you have of winning that stunning Abarth 595 TURISMO. And remember as well, by getting involved in the raffles, you also help out charity on the back of it. We have given away thousands and thousands of pounds this year to all sorts of charities, including children's charities, cancer charities, and North West Air Ambulance Service. Now, this time around, we are supporting 2 charities, which is Hopes and Beams, a children's charity who are based here in Crewe, who help out children with disabilities, getting them involved in sport and supporting families. And as well, a new charity, which is Free IT Stafford. They're a not-for-profit organisation that refurb tech, laptops and computers and basically give them back to the community, to schools and charities, help them get low-cost IT into these organisations. They do it all not-for-profit. They do some fantastic work in Staffordshire and Cheshire, and we'll be also supporting them as well. So make sure you get involved, because not only will you be helping out charity on the back of it, you might get your hands on the keys to that Abarth 595 TURISMO. Believe me, you will not regret it. So you can find the link in the description below where you can buy your tickets, or go down to the comments section. The link is also there where you can buy your tickets. So get yourself involved in the draw today. Hey even all, welcome back to the Car UK channel, and to here at the Car Pitch, where we deal in cheap cars under £5,000, the budget end of the UK used car market. So what have we been up to over the last 10 days since we did the last pitch update? Well, quite a lot has gone on. We've had sales, and more importantly, we've made big improvements to the site. Not the ramp, which you can just see here on the corner. I'll come back to that in a second, because I know some people are going, you haven't put the fucking ramp up. I'm sorry, I'll come back to it in a minute. I've got good reasons. But I have been making some inroads elsewhere, particularly in the old dead corner. I have got the old chop saw out this week. We've been cutting cars up, we've been scrapping them. Enough is enough. I've decided to make some room because, well, why not? It's the end of the year, and I've decided it needs doing. So I'm going to give you a bit of a roundup, what's been going on the site over the last week or so, show you what cars are sold, what we've been buying, which to be fair isn't a lot, but nonetheless, we'll have a look round, and crucially talk about what has been called off and what's been going on in general. So let's have a look around the pitch. Right, let us have a little look around. Now, first impressions, although over there this dead corner's looking quite well, you might look around the rest of the site and think, well, it's quite busy. It is, but in fairness, we've had quite a few cars on sale, though we've sold a few this week, and we've got rid of quite a lot, but we've got a lot of cars that are still sold cars here, and we've got export vehicles here as well just arrived. So it looks a bit busier than maybe what I'm claiming. So don't be fooled by all these cars, because not all these are for sale. Some of these are sold, some of these are export vehicles. I'll go through everything now, and you can get an idea of where we are at. Let's start off with some sold cars. You're wondering why this MG's here, by the way. I've just done a video on that. If you haven't checked it out, it's the last video we did on Sunday. It'll be on the end screen. I don't even look at that car in a moment. Anyway, sold cars, positivity. We have sold quite a bit this week. The month itself started off quite well, died down about 10 days ago, but it picked up towards the end. And on Saturday, when it was peeing down with rain here at about 11 o'clock, and we were sitting at 15 cars sold for the month, which is our minimum target, I thought, fine, we made the minimum target. However, just quickly showing you around the site as I go, chatting away, I would like to have done more, because December obviously is the next month, and we've been shut for 7 days, 10 days I think it is this year. It would have been nicer to have a few more sales on the board,
because it will help with December inevitably not going to sell as many cars. And luckily, we did. We sold 3 more cars on Saturday, so that was a real bonus. Didn't see that coming at all. And we'll start off with what we've sold from the beginning of the week first. So first of all, we sold this little Vauxhall Viva. We sold this to an old chap who came in, and he decided he wanted this. His old Mercedes-Benz E-Class has let him down. Very old Mercedes-Benz diesel, and he decided he just wanted a cheap run around with 20 quid tax, and he thought, sod it, I'll have the Viva. Obviously he's aware of the situation that it was previously a categorised vehicle, but he just made the same conclusion I did. It's a cheap car to run, it's low mileage, it's £20 a year road tax, what am I bothered about? I'd rather save 50% of its value and buy one like that that's in good order. So he's bought that, and it's just been MOT'd yesterday, all done, all serviced up, and that'll be going out to him once we've valeted it this week. I'm just waiting on a little piece of trim that's missing on one side, and then that's it, it can go out to him, so that's good. We sold that. I knew it would be a bit of a sticker, that, because obviously anything that's sort of on the register, which we don't sell many of, we might sell one every few months, and it's usually something a little bit different, and it has to be priced sensibly. They always stick a bit, and it was red, and red's, as we all know, is a terrible colour for selling cars, particularly if anyone is under the age of 50. Right, we've also sold the Ford KA, the little low mileage one. I had Theo from Bowen's Garage making a comment on one of our groups the other day when I put this on, saying it's too cheap, you put it up too cheap. He'd have had it up for 9 million quid and sold it. He knows how to sell a low mileage car, does our Theo. Whether he's right or wrong, I don't know. We did sell it in the end. It's been sold to another local customer, actually. A little old Polish man's bought this. He's really impressed with it. He was very impressed with the fact it's cheap tax. He couldn't get his head around that. He's over the moon about that one. Put the deposit down on it, and he's taking that away tomorrow. That's all done, dusted. He wanted to take it as is, which we said we can't really do that, but we will do the service and bits and bobs. So we did him a little deal on it, and it's now sold. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Really straightforward deal to do. So that was a nice one. I always knew it would sell because of the mileage. He'd only done 50,000 miles. It wasn't a particularly expensive car. It was just about 3 grand, just slight over that. So yeah, that went straight away, and a nice colour as well, easy colour to sell. Other car we sold was, we sold some Corsa Ds. I don't think I've got any pictures of them. If I have, I'll show you them here now. We sold a couple of them this week. They both went out, although one of them is coming back on Monday, not because he's got a fault with it, it's because they borrowed the car. I can't believe I ended up doing this. They're only local again. They wanted it for a surprise present for a birthday, which is today actually, Sunday at the time of filming. And we agreed to it. Basically said, look, it's not going to be ready, but we'll get it 90% ready. We'll take it there, you can do the unveiling of it, and then just bring it back to us on Monday, being tomorrow. I won't be doing that again, because it's been very stressful to get it all ready for him, which is unnecessary pressure. But I am a nice chap, it has to be said. It has to be said, I've done that for him. Other car we sold, the Rover 75. Yes, you heard me right. My gold Rover 75 has sold. The wife made a comment on this the other week, saying that, why is that Rover not sold? You should never have bought it. These classic cars you're buying, you never sell, blah, blah, blah. What does she know? What does she know? I've sold the Rover 75. Did take a while, though, in fairness to her. So, that is gone. I'm amazed it's still here, because we had so many people inquire about that car, but no one ever actually came to view it. Not a single soul. I even, when I put the post out on it originally on Facebook, it's had the most views and engagement of any car I've ever put on. In fact, it's had the most views and engagement of the last 20 cars combined. Honestly, it's had loads of views and interest, but no one's really came down and looked at it properly. Dropped the price the other week, and a chap rang up who actually had other car offers. Remember the classic, the K10 Micra? He bought that offers, and he's decided he wants this as a second car over the winter, and he thought, sod it, I'll have it. So we're going to get that prepped and ready for him this week. So I'm glad that's gone, because I like to see a Rover still on the road. We're going to get that all fixed up and ready for him. And it's a diesel, by the way, in case you're wondering about egg gaskets, because I've come a crop with an egg gasket on an MGF, as you've probably seen in my last video. So that is going out probably, maybe next week, but probably the week after. We've got sort of 2 dates he can work for. So that's good, that's sold as well. So we sold, let's say, 4 or 5 this week, straight away off the bat, including 3 yesterday. Other things you might notice, Mini. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is the Raffle Mini, which we had on Raffle for last month, really, in November. It's got a price board in it. You're probably wondering why. Well, the winner There was a chap called David, I can't pronounce his surname, but I think it's Moir. I'm sorry if I've got that name wrong, but it's on the screen now. He won the Car UK raffle for the Mini and decided to take the cash alternative. He decided he didn't want the hassle of the car, he just took the cash. Now, you can have your thoughts on that. Some would say they would have took the car and just sold it. Some would have just loved to have owned the car. He decided he wanted the convenient option of the cash. Good luck to him, well done. That means we now own another Mini. And I already bought another Mini, actually, the other day, before the draw happened. So I've now got 2 Minis, but we'll talk about that one in a future video, because I've done some content on that. This one is, by far, the best Mini I've ever purchased, and arguably one of the best ones out there, I reckon. And now, because the chap has took the prize money, for obviously for the draw, this now makes the car effectively not pay for itself, but it makes it cheaper. It doesn't owe me as much as it once did, so it means I can pass the savings on to somebody who wants to buy it. So reality is, this car would retail somewhere in the region of around 12 to 14 grand because of the condition of it, because it is outstanding condition, outstanding. Underneath, like brand new. I mean, I think we might even have a clip of it underneath. Here you can see. It's beautiful. It's been fully rebuilt. It was a Japanese import vehicle. It was then restored. The chap who must have had this restored spent a fortune on it. It went to auction. We purchased it from there. I suspect, well, don't know for sure, but I suspect for simple numbers, he could not have recouped the money he paid to get this car imported and repaired. He must have lost a lot of money on it. But his loss is now a gain, and could be your gain, because whoever did the repairs on it and the restoration, my word, what an unbelievable job they did. Underneath all the carpets, it's immaculate. The paintwork's immaculate. It really is an outstanding out-the-box car. I'm not just saying that because of the raffle and stuff like that. Honestly, come and have a look at it. So if anyone is out there and wants a Mini and wants an absolute corker of one, come and look at this, because I genuinely believe this is the best Mini at the cheap Mini Cooper as well, remember, at the cheapest price point on sale in the UK today. I genuinely believe that, because that car, it should be 12,995 minimum. Some have even said, I've spoke to who sell Minis more regular than I do, have said they would have it up at 14 grand. I'm effectively giving it away, but the draw's done now, so the discount I can pass on to anyone who wants to buy it. So if there's anyone out there, genuine interest, please get in touch. If it hasn't gone by January, because I'm a bit conscious of the fact of it being outside in the weather, we might put it into storage, because that car is not going to devalue by any shape or form. In fact, I'm devaluing it, selling it at that price point, to be honest with you, because it shouldn't be at that price, it should be a lot more than that. So if it hasn't sold by then, it's going into storage, and we'll keep it, and we'll bring it back out maybe for a future competition at a later date, because dry store it. But I thought, do you know what, I'd at least give the opportunity for someone who might desperately want to buy that car. I'll give them that opportunity. So if anyone's interested, come and see us. You will not be disappointed. It is beautiful. I should really keep that, but I can't, because I've got the bloody Metro. Speaking of the Metro and Dead Corner, as you can see, room has developed here. We'll come back to that in a second, because we've just got to quickly show you inside, because we've got some other sold cars to talk about first, before we get back onto my great cull of the corner here and go through what I've been doing. That Hyundai is going on sale, by the way. That is an iX35 we got off a customer who was an absolute pain in the arse to buy it off, but eventually in the end we did a deal, and I've managed to source a tailgate for it, which is now arrived, and that is going on and should be on sale next week, although it does need a clutch. Although the chap who sold it to me was adamant that it doesn't, but what do I know? Anyway, let's have a look inside, and I'll show you what we've been getting on with inside the workshop. I can't actually remember what's in there. Inside, well, I thought there was another car in here. There isn't. A bit inefficient of me, isn't it? I need to get a car on that ramp in a minute. Inside, then, we've just got the Kia at the moment. So the Kia Sportage sold this the other week to a regular buyer of ours. Actually, I'm going to say that now, because he's bought a few cars off us. He seems to chop and change quite a bit. He loves to change his car, which is good. That's a good customer. But he bought a Fiesta off us, white Fiesta. I think we mentioned it in the last update video. We also sold that in the week as well. That's the car I forgot about. That went out yesterday. We delivered that to, again, another local sale. That little white Fiesta, touch mileagey, but it was priced sensibly. Lovely car to drive, low road tax, 1.25 Z-Tech. That went off, like I said, the other day for delivery. And he left that with us and has bought this, which is a Kia Sportage. 1.7 diesel, didn't last long on the pitch. We had loads of interest on it. We always do when we get iX35s or Kia Sportages in. They're really popular cars. I only buy the diesels. It's one of the few diesels which I will buy with confidence, because I've fallen out of love with diesels really lately. Although saying that, I've just bought a blue Skoda Octavia outside, which is a lovely car. But in fairness, I did actually buy that before I've decided to make the decision not to buy too many diesels going forward. But anyway, that's enough. Back to the Kia. These we don't have any problems with. The engines are very good, the 1.7s. We've sold loads of them. These aren't really an issue. They can suffer with crunchy gearboxes. You have to be very careful with those, and I always check them when I'm trying to buy them at auction, where it's possible. Not always possible. But this one's all right. It's good. Just needs a bit of an overhaul. Usually on Kias and stuff, it's usually brakes, and this is an example of that. Front brakes actually all right. Someone's already changed them recently, so just a strip and clean. Rears, as always, just knackered. No one never touches the rears. The sliders were seized up, the pads are seized in there, the discs are all horrible, the shoes behind it are all manky. So they had to all come off, be done, and Andy, my mechanic, has got it all built back up yesterday before he decided to go home, which is good of him. And yeah, that's it really. There's not much else for me to say on it. It needs a little bit of interior stuff, so I've got to have a go at repairing the steering wheel. I've got a kit we use for that. I'll try and cover that in a video if I get chance. I'll always try to do that for you, because I always get asked about steering wheels and how we repair them. It's not A1, I know, but I do make a half-decent job of them, I think, for what it is, and doesn't cost us any money. It's really easy to do, so we'll try and do that in a video for you one day. And a gear stick, which I've got a new one somewhere down there, because that one is a bit worn. In fact, most of them are worn on Kias for some reason. And then it's just service, and then wheels. I've got to do the wheels, so tart them up. I bought some new centres for them, because that one's all right, but the others have got all lacquer peel on them, and they're just a bit edgy. Not terrible, the wheels, but you just see down here, they're just not great when you get up close. So we'll just tart them up in-house. If they're really bad, we send them to powder coat. They're not bad. They just want a little bit of a flick over. So we'll do that inside in here. I've gotten quite good at doing wheels now, so we'll just flash them over, give a bit of a paint and a lacquer, and they'll come up like a new penny. If they were really bad, we'd send them off to be blasted, but they're not that bad really in comparison to some stuff we get. So we can get that out over the next few days and get it out to the customer. Right, back outside. Where were we? I've just spotted that Corsa actually, a black Corsa. I've sold that as well. I've probably sold another car somewhere, I keep forgetting. But black Corsa, 65 plate, Corsa E. We've got a few of these recently. I've got a low mileage one there. I've got a really high spec, average mileage one over there. And we had a slightly higher mileage, 65 plate one there, which was the cheapest one we've ever sold yesterday to a young lad. So that sold as well, forgot to mention that. 1.4s, most of them are EcoFlex, which are cheap tax, which is quite good. And they don't seem to be too difficult for young people to insure, the 1.4 Corsa E's. Bit more expensive with the Corsa D 1.4s, but the E's, they don't seem to have a problem insuring them. I never understand insurance, it just seems to be a minefield to me. So we sold that. Quickly touch on the ramp, because I did say I'd talk to you about that. Hasn't been fitted. It's the third occasion last week where we had a date in the diary to fit it. And basically it never happened because we had to go to an auction, which in fairness I'm glad we went to, because we did quite well out of it and bought some commercial vehicles, including this Ranger and some vans as well. So that was a good call. However, it does need putting up. So when I came back from there, I thought, do you know what? We keep moving the date in the diary. It needs to go up, because I'm going to have everyone saying it's going to rot away. You're being lazy, get it up. It's not laziness, we're just bloody busy. So I thought, sod it, I need to get someone in, just pay someone and get it fitted. Rang a company, asked them to come get back to me with a quote, chased them for about a day and a half, never got back to me. Then got hold of another chap locally, he did come back to me and said, yep, no worries, I'll come tomorrow and we'll get it assessed, and I'll get you a date in my diary in the next 10 days and we'll get it in. And guess what? He didn't turn up, so I've got to now chase him again tomorrow. Right, moving on. Deaf corner behind me, probably wondering what has happened there. Well, I made some inroads really, got the old chop saw out, started cutting things up, taking parts off, scrapping cars, because I thought enough was enough. We needed to get that sorted, because there was cars in the corner, to be honest with you, that were never going to get looked at, weren't getting a look in. Some of them had developed further problems, and with the financial year end coming soon, I thought, you know what, because we've got a bit of profit in the business, if you're going to go and get rid of some cars now, you might as well do it now. If you're going to put a bit of loss on the old balance sheet of the business, do it now, and just basically just get them gone and move on. Plus, I suppose as well as an argument that if you've got cars stored here and they're not doing anything with them, they effectively are costing you money because they're taking up space. So we decided to cull off a number of vehicles. One that we culled off straight away, an easy one, was a little Fiat 500 we had here. We usually keep one as a parts car round the back with a Corsa as well. Usually we have a Corsa for parts, I'll show you that in a minute. They were easy to get rid of because we say we've got spares anyway. And we can take the spares off. This one we had, a little white one, I kept it because I thought we might put a box in it. It was never going to be a retail car, but I thought if we put a box in it, had a quiet day, we could put a gearbox in it and trade it out and make a few £100 profit out of it. In reality, it was never going to get done. We're never quiet, so I thought, sod it, just take some parts off it. For what it owed us, we could get the money back in the parts. It's time you scrap the car, we'd be no worse off, and we weren't, so that was an easy one. The one that wasn't easy to get rid of was a little Kia Rio we had, a 1.1 diesel, which was a nightmare of a car we sold to a customer. As soon as they put a deposit down on it, everything went wrong with it. Glow plugs, they were all seized in. They ended up snapping 2 out of the 4 of them. Our mechanic did, getting them out. Eventually we had to take all the cylinder head off and do all that, and eventually got it up and running again. But then we parked it up because we were still waiting on a part. That never arrived. We got let down on eBay. It just turned into a nightmare, and then it wouldn't start at all. It wouldn't really fire up again. We had a diesel pump problem, couldn't get a diesel pump, so we parked it up in the hope that one would come available at a later date. I never found one, and now it's now got a cracked screen for some reason, or did have. It's scrapped now. It'll have a lot more than a cracked screen at the moment. It's been crushed, but it had a cracked screen. I thought, you know what, this is enough now. It needs to go. So that was a big call for us, really, because that was a lot, probably lost blown about £1,200-1,300 on that car. But it doesn't matter because it evens out. You've got profit in the business, it just comes off the balance sheet. Less money to Rachel Reeves, that's the way I see it. So that went, and then we also scrapped off a red Astra. That was a nightmare of a car we had from G3. We could have fixed that again, but we decided that time we got all the parts off it, and it actually helped with another red Astra we got over here, to some panels and stuff, so we switched them over and just scrapped it off. It was a bit of a nightmare car anyway. It broke down originally from G3, then it got it recovered back here, got it up and running again, and then the clutch collapsed on the pitch whilst it was being moved around one day and just got laid up in the corner. Anyway, that is gone as well, and what a great relief that has been. Plus, we got some other vehicles, some trade-out stuff out as well. They went, so they freed up a bit of space. So that has left us a nice gap here, and we're going to slowly recover the pitch back and start getting more cars from the other side here, where we keep a lot of sold and prep cars, done, and over here on sale with boards in. That's the plan anyway. Quickly just show you around what's left. So what's left, we've already talked about that, that's going on sale shortly, so that will be going from there over there. MG, obviously we know what that is, that's the project MG. That is being brought out tomorrow to have the panel work done, so we've got a bit of body work under the bonnet and at the tailgate to do. We're going to do that, and then Paul, who's been helping us with this project, is coming down on Sunday, and we're going to fit the engine. In fact, I'm going to show you the engine before the episode finishes today, because I've just missed it. It's in the garage. We walked past it as well, so we're going to show you that in a minute. So that's why that's there. So that's not a dead car. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. We've got an Astra which I've started repairing. It's been here ages. Got all the bits for that, so I wasn't going to scrap that because it owes us barely nothing. It's only done 60,000 miles, and yes, it might look dirty and horrible, but actually it's a very good car, and it'll be a cheapie, and it's done 60k, and we've got every single thing here to fix it, and it can cost us hardly anything at all, so we will do that. Metro behind it, that is a project car. We're going to get on with that in a couple of weeks time when we finish this one, so we'll come back to that, so I'm not going to scrap that off. They're all sale cars, so that doesn't really matter. Hyundai, I can't do anything with that at the moment because I'm still in an argument with the insurance company and the cooperative at the moment, because we've got an outstanding claim against it. Reality is, if we don't get anywhere in the next few weeks, I'm just going to have to repair the damage myself, cut my losses and trade it out. I wouldn't want to retail it again, if I'm honest with you. I didn't really want to retail it in the first instance, to be honest. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment one, but I am going to have to make a move on that this week. I suspect that it'd just be easy just to get a wing and door painted and just trade it out and just do that rather than scrap it. Obviously I wouldn't go that far because there's actually nothing wrong with it, it's just accident damage that needs repairing. So we're going to do that. So that's going to go I'm going to have to do some of that next week too. Behind it I've got a little C1 which is not a sale car, it's a trade out vehicle. It's a bit scruffy, but I have actually sold that, so that is going this week. So all of a sudden these cars are going to get moved. That, I think I've traded that out to someone yesterday. Someone's going to have that off me, a little 206. Not sure why I bought that, to be honest. Is it a Quicksilver one? Is it? No, it's a Sport, it's not Quicksilver. 1.4 Sport. It wasn't dear, it was only a few £100. I don't know why I bought that. I really don't know why I bought it. But anyway, I've sold it and I can get my money back, so it doesn't really matter. I've got a very low mileage KA, which I'm umming and ahhing about, because that has only done 21,000 miles. And it only needs an alternator, and I've got one in the back cupboard there somewhere to do it. So I won't scrap that, because why would I scrap a 21,000 mile Ford KA? So we'll do something with that. So that's really going to leave us with only a handful of cars left. The Mini, which I need to do, I've started work on that. done a bit to it, but I'm waiting on a steering rack, so I can't do much with that at the moment. And the Ford Fusion, which again, I don't know, it must be 500 quid, but it's done 60,000 miles and it's diesel and just wants an injector putting in it, which is somewhere on the passenger seat. So we're not quite got deep into the corner yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there, aren't we? So I think in the next couple of weeks, we will have probably 3 or 4 cars left in this corner here, project stuff, that's the idea. And then all this will be brought back with cars for sale, hopefully. That is the plan. So my plan is to have all my cars coming in, prep cars and sold cars, and the export stuff this side, with the exception of one space here we keep on the corner, because that's a very good spot for putting a cargo board in. And then everything for sale will be this side. So you come in, everything for sale this side, we'll stack them up this way. However, sadly, what moving these cars out of the corner does show is that the state of the ground, unfortunately, of the pitch itself, which I've made no bones about over the last few years since I've been here, is not in the best of shapes. Not in the best of shapes. It's been patched up over the years. It's a very, very, very old site, this. There's been a car pitch in a garage here for, well, since I think late 1950s, if not before. So it's been patched and mended. And although I have made some improvements to the site, like I put that canopy up, that's a godsend, because trying to valet in the rain is not nice, and that's sped us up, particularly in the winter months. And like I say, trying to get ramps and stuff in failed miserably, but we're trying to get there. That helps with efficiency. But the aesthetics of the site, I do want to try and improve it. And when I see the ground like that, when there's cars being moved off it, it's a little bit depressing, really. I mean, there'll be some who say this doesn't really matter, it's a cheap pitch, what does it really matter? But I don't know, I just like things a little bit smarter. You know, like same with my cars. People could argue and say that the cars are probably a little bit overdone, as we say, and doing things on paint-wise that other places might not do. But that's just the way I am. I just like things a little bit smarter. I'm not absolute want it perfect. The site, it is what it is. It's an old site, but we could do more. Should have painted all this year. Got all the paint the other month, and we should have done it, but we kept delaying it. Never got done, and now it's too cold. So next year, plan. I'm going to paint all this. Got all the new car pitch blue. Let's go back there. New signs go on the back as well, just improve it a little bit. Paint all this wall because it's peeling like like someone who's been to Tenerife on the holidays, and a bit like me actually going to Tenerife on holidays, coming back with no sun cream on. That's what happens. I peel like that because look at me, freckles and everything. I don't do sun. It needs painting, and I'm going to have to try and do something with this ground. I'm going to have to come up with an idea. Tarmac it maybe, or stone it. It's probably easy to tarmac it and get it a bit more level. Tarmac's probably more expensive to do probably than stones. Stones can be a bit messy, although they can look well. I know James at Chop's Garage had his yard stone the other year, and it's made a massive improvement. It's not the cost of it really that bugs me too much. I want to do it and tidy it up. It's the logistics of it. It's like where you're shut, aren't you? You got to stop. You've got to move all the cars off. They've got to go somewhere. Then you've got to have the work done. You're just going to be basically out of action for potentially a week or two while it's being done. It could take a while. So yeah, it's a lot to do. So I need to have a plan think about that and see if I can come up with an idea of maybe trying to improve the site next year. Just like I say, just make it a bit more smarter. It is what it is, but I think we can do a bit more. Anyway, it's getting dark now. Let me go inside and talk to you quickly. Give a bit of a sum up what we're doing this week. Last car, by the way, as well, actually, in Dead Corner. It actually never was in Dead Corner. It's been by the door here for 2 years. Corsa. This Corsa. Everyone's probably seen this a million times and thought, why is that Corsa still there? Well, it won't be as of tomorrow. It's going to the scrapyard tomorrow. We've just rifled it for parts because we've decided again, this is a car that was going to get done. It actually needed an egg gasket, which is quite rare on a Corsa. Needed doing. So we were going to do the egg gasket on it 2 years ago. Never got done. Started taking parts off it. We thought, no, we'll repair it, we'll get it back on the road. And I decided this the other day, no, that can get cold as well. We pulled a ruck of stuff off it, and already the parts that I have took off this car and will put away is basically, time I've scrapped this, it's got all my money back. So why I didn't do that ages ago and just went, do you know what, it doesn't matter, it's too far gone, just get rid of it. So that eyesore is going, which is good news because we need space this side because we've got quite a lot of vans and other stuff coming for export, so we got to get this space back. And I've also got 2 of these other cars which are sold going out this week as well, so that will create a little bit of more room on this side.
Right, before we go, quickly talk to you about a video. Well, I've got a couple of videos coming this week, but one in particular at the end of the week. Hopefully coming out on Sunday, the 7th of December, which is the part 3 of the MG Metro video, what I mentioned earlier. The engine is back. In fact, it's here in the back. Let me quickly show you and have a quick chat to you about that. So there it is. It is landed. That is the MG engine, the M Series Plus engine, sorry, that came out of our Metro in part 2 of the MG Metro series. For those of you who don't know, make sure you check out the content. I basically bought an MG Metro off eBay. It got back here just, it had a lot of things wrong with it. I decided that we were going to repair it, and we bought a ruck of stuff to do it. But then a chap called Paul Jeffries, who has been helping us with the project, got in touch with us and said he'd lend us a hand. He came down. What a chap. I mean, we're going to get on to him in a minute because this is his handiwork. He helped us get the engine out and has basically gone through it in huge detail. And I shan't give too much away because we're going to cover it in part 3 because we've done sorry, I keep saying we. He has done a lot to this engine, a lot. We've gone pretty far with this, and my word, what a outcome we've got. We've got an absolutely stunning, beautiful A+ engine that has been properly rebuilt. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's an understatement. I am looking forward to it. That engine, which I'll just show you a quick shot, looked like this, and now it's, I mean, obviously you can't, I'm going to get too close to it because I'm going to give the game away, but now it's looking lovely and shiny, shall we say, and all painted up, and some modifications, shall we say, been put on that engine. So make sure you check that one out. Sunday night, we're doing the work on this Saturday coming, so check that one out, and then the video will be released Sunday, all being well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get to drive the MG Metro. We've got other things to do to it as well, actually, bodywork and stuff. We're going to cover it all in one video, so it'll be finally done, on the road. I'm going to go for the first drive in it, and I cannot wait. Yeah, so definitely make sure you check out that part 3 of the MG video in just a few days' time. Now, before I go, I want to say a quick thank you to you all for getting involved in the last Car UK raffle for that Mini we were talking about earlier. Thanks to everyone who bought tickets, greatly appreciated. Obviously, congratulations to our winner who took the cash prize. And also to let you know as well, a donation has been sent off to our chosen charity, which for that draw was Hopes and Beams, a children's charity based here in Crewe in Cheshire that help out children with disabilities in the community. They're a central hub in supporting families of kids with disabilities for decades. They're an unbelievable group of volunteers. They do so much in the community and we love supporting them. They do some absolute amazing work in the community and a well-worthy cause. Now, the next raffle, if you've just seen earlier on in the beginning of the video, has just gone live. So if you're interested in getting your hands for £1 on this stunning Abarth 595 TURISMO, then get yourself in the link description. I picked up this little 595 about a month ago. I've had it all restored. It's looking absolutely tip-top. We've done about 60,000 miles on the 17 plate, and it's a 165 brake horsepower edition, one of the top ones. My word, this is one fast car. It is very, very scary to drive. It is unbelievably fast, and it can be yours for just £1. And I mentioned this a few months ago about getting an Abarth 595 in for a draw. You overwhelmingly came back and said what a good prize that would be. So I got you one, and I think I've got you one in the best colour and spec as well. So get yourselves involved in that one. That raffle's going to be running over the Christmas period. The draw will take place, I think it's the first week of January, be on screen now, the exact date. So you can either win the Abarth 595, Pocket Rocket, or you can have £3,500 in cash as an alternative. So make your minds up which one you're going to want to go for. It's only £1 to get involved. And of course, every time we do these draws, money goes off to charity. Hopes and Beams, again, will be our chosen charity. But also as well, we're supporting a new charity in this draw, which is a company called Free IT Stafford. Now, they're a charity that operate in Staffordshire and Cheshire. They're taking old computers and tech and basically refurb them and donating to other children and charities in the area. Basically recycling old green tech and giving it away to help people in the community with learning and education. They do some amazing work, and it's a little bit different, and I thought, you know what, we'll be supporting them as well in this draw. So you can check out their details in the link description for both Hopes and Beams and Free IT Stafford as well. So make sure you get yourself involved in the latest draw. Thanks for watching this one, chaps. Hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you all in the next one.